Hey guys, my name is Cameron Herner, and some of you have seen me on YouTube before, and some of you haven't. I'm not quite sure who watches and who doesn't. I'm not really big on YouTube yet, but I'm wanting to be, so I'm trying really hard. So, yeah, bear with me. Um, Growing up for me has been a little difficult because there was four of us and only one mom. Um, Two of us ended up being gay, and two of them are straight. But trying to find someone in my family to understand what I was going through and how I was feeling was difficult because they didn't really understand me at first, like what my phases were or anything. But like, I'm not saying like my mother or any of them thought it was just a phase or something, but no. But they couldn't help me the way I needed help mentally. But yeah, um, I've known for a very long time that I was attracted to guys, but didn't want to like admit it to anyone because I didn't want to feel like I was wronging people. I guess leading people on the wrong way. I guess I don't know. I don't remember. Um, I I don't know. It's just a little. I don't know how to explain it. When I first came out, I guess every people already knew that I was like they had their suspicions that I was gay. They just didn't tell me until like I started getting more and more out there and talking and socializing, I guess you would say. Um, the very first person I told that I was gay probably would have been. No, I don't remember. I guess I just always knew that I was gay. I dated a girl for 2 years. Actually, I've dated girls a couple of times, but I've dated a specific person for 2 years, leading a relationship that I wasn't completely true on, and leading her into thinking that like this whole relationship thing was perfect. But I had to tell myself that this couldn't work. So, and she knew she had her suspicions that I was gay and I was attracted to guys. Because I would talk about guys. They were fascinating to me. Um, I don't know how to explain the moment that I saw a guy. But I always thought I wanted to be a really slim, muscular guy who had nice jawline, V line, and I just thought that was really it was pretty good looking, and I've always wanted to do that. And I tried telling people that I was gay before, but they didn't. They just brush it off and be like, "Oh, it's okay." But they never talked to me again because I told them that I was gay. Like I guess we all have those people who like fake understand of what we're feeling and what we're going through or anything like that. It was a little difficult discussing on how it went and who all like specifically knew. I started knowing when I was in junior. 100% started knowing that I was gay junior and senior year because I would be more like towards guys instead of women. And I told a couple of guys in school that like they were pretty good looking, but they just got a little freaked out. But I mean, that this is to the point where I didn't care anymore. So I didn't care about people knowing who I was because it's junior and senior year of high school. Like who gives a fuck? But ever since I've came out, like there's a lot more supportive organizations and people that I've encountered in life that make it easier for me, I guess, and loving. I couldn't remember a happy day growing up of when I was openly not when I was openly gay as a child because I got picked on a lot for my size and for my looks, and they would even judge me of like my intelligence sometimes. But I didn't want them to have something else for them to pick on me about, I guess you would say. Um, when I first started to come out, I felt alone and like no one wanted to be around me. And I just felt like I wasn't wanted anywhere until like I started hearing things on the radio and people. My first person who the like my first artist that I listened to was Pink, and she literally changed my perspectives in supporting gay people, and Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Panic at the Disco now, Coldplay. There's just a lot more bands, and uh, I first started listening to Lady Gaga and Pink, and one of the songs that I heard from Pink these days, like today's music, is "What About Us," and I when I first listened to it, I literally cried at work because I didn't know how much effect that song had meaning to me because it like that song made me feel like I was wanted somewhere, I belonged somewhere, and I was doing something that I know in my heart was the right thing to do. And now that we have Lady Gaga and Katy Perry, the new song Logic, excuse me, came out, all these songs are literally impacting my life, and I have people that like judge me still for being gay or whatnot, and I just again that where that I don't give a fuck attitude comes in anymore because I've met a lot of good people in this world now than what I have back then when I was in the closet. But Pink, I'm just sorry. I'm just gonna go back to Pink. Pink has been literally my idol since I came out. Like she's literally, I've listened to almost all of her songs. I'm pretty sure I've listened to all of her songs, and she's affected me into the level that I understand how she writes and what she writes about, and it's true. Um, I never really felt wanted growing up because of knowing who I was and how people would persuade me, I guess, or had thoughts about me. And a rumor was going around in my high school that I was gay. I didn't care. I honestly didn't care. Like I said, I was to that point where I just didn't care. I was like, cool. I mean, if it's not their business to tell, but it's cool. And I had people who would tell me I was gay and I was a fag and I hate faggots and all the names came out, but I didn't care because I only had my circle of friends. And if you weren't in my circle of friends, I didn't give two shits. Um, I didn't really have a best friend while I was coming out, so I was like more alone. Yes, there was friends there, but there wasn't somebody I could like personally go to and talk to them about my feelings and whatnot. I'm sorry, I'm just rambling on about school and how rough it was. Knowing that there are artists and kids out nowadays that are so supportive of gay people nowadays than there was back then when I was a child amazes me because all the support that all the artists give, it literally tears, it makes me a heart warm, and it makes me feel like I can move up in life, I guess. But my coming out story isn't like an ordinary coming out story. It's just my childhood growing up. And then the process of being gay came into the idea. But as like for me being out now has made it a little harder, but also a more it it affects me on both levels of good and bad, but more good. On the bad level, like I still get teased a lot for being gay sometimes, but I have a lot more friends from now than I did in high school that support me and think I'm a badass friend and such. I just this video is just mainly about how I came out, and I want to try to inspire other kids that are in the closet and having troubles with coming out and their parents are like religious and um, things like that. It's not something that you can go to church for or something that you can just be wake up one day and be like, "Oh, I'm straight now." It's not like that. Like you're either born gay or you're born straight. There's no like in between. Like you're either in the rainbow or out of the rainbow. I want to try to find an organization to collaborate with or people to collaborate with to make a project for the LGBT community. I've been trying for so hard. I just didn't know where to start. To homes or shelters or uh, anywhere I could possibly can for coming out stories and such. Because being gay in the 21st century is easier than it was back then growing up because it was accepted. And one thing that I loved most about while I was in my teenage years was Obama. Like he made a law for legalized gay marriage. That made me the happiest person. Because when I watch the videos on YouTube, I cry. I get emotional. I'm not going to lie. They are the most adorable, cutest videos that I've ever seen. But, yeah. If you guys or girls feel the need to harm yourselves or do something emotionally or verbally or physically to yourselves because you're gay, I want you to stop and think about it because you are worth it. It gets better. It does. Your story isn't over yet. That's one of my tattoos that I got with a semicolon in it. I don't know if you can see it clearly. That was one of the main reasons why I got that tattoo. Because I know what it's like being picked on, thrown down, shown upon, and made fun of for being gay. I've been there. I've done that. And I just want to tell all you guys to message me or Snapchat me or anything possibly that you can to get a hold of me because I will be there for you guys always. Like this isn't like a thing that's like just a temporarily thing. This is a permanent thing. Being gay is permanent. There's no temporarily being gay. You can't, like I said, you can't wake up one day and be like, oh, I'm straight now. No, it's not possible. It's your life. I love you guys so much. And I hope this video goes viral. And I just want you to guys know that you're worth it. Be happy. Love yourself. If someone's gonna try to tell you that it's wrong for being gay, tell them to turn the other cheek and walk away because apparently they're having more issues in their life than you are if they're picking on you and telling you that you're doing something so wrong just for their benefits. You guys are, we're trying to be happy. I'm still working on being happy. And yes, I have a lot of friends and such, but it still gets rough. Like, it's not going to be an easy road, though. I'm not going to say it's been easy, but no, it gets better, though. I have a lot of friends that have told me it gets better, and I strongly believe it. It just takes time. And like I said, if y'all guys need to message me anytime, I'm always available. I'll put my stuff in the link below. Um, so yeah, that's my coming out story. It's just been a little rough. Um, I moved 10 times in a year growing up. Like, we literally picked up our Christmas tree and put it in a U-Haul and moved. Like, maybe a week before Christmas. Um, we moved from Texas to Oklahoma, Oklahoma to Kansas, Kansas to Oklahoma, New Mexico, back to Kansas. We moved so many times. So I don't really remember a lot of my childhood besides a U-Haul. But that's, yeah, that's it. That's about it. That's my coming out story. I know it's not the best, but it's who I am. I'm 22 now. An adult guy that's gay, believe it or not. Um, I'll put more videos on there about it gets better videos. So, alright. I love you guys. Stay strong, guys. Love you.